Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I've been reading this article about passengers complaining about the biggest cruise ship in the world, the Icon of the Seas, and saying that it's all kinds of problems on it. And I'm going, I've been on that ship. I thought the ship was beautiful. I had a good time on the ship. What could possibly be wrong? And in fact, I saw one comment saying, that spending 7 days on the Icon of the Seas, they would have rather spend 7 days in jail. What? So I was reading this article and a lot of people were complaining on it, and I started to look into some of the comments. I went back to TripAdvisor where the article is referencing, and I read some of these comments. And so, as you know, the Icon is the biggest ship in the world. It has that beautiful pearl in the atrium, and it's just huge. I thought the ship looked absolutely gorgeous and really kind of awe-inspiring. When you go on a small cruise ship and then you go into the Icon, it's just like so surprising how large that cruise ship is. It's just, how does it stay afloat kind of thing, right? Well, one passenger wrote in and they said, I'm going to read because I want to quote it perfectly. It says, one person who had paid over $1,775 for their trip. Whoa. Tell me where you got that deal. Tell me where you got that deal, buddy, because I could not sail on that ship for that amount of money. I couldn't even sail on that amount of money in Canadian dollars with a travel agent rate. What the heck? I'm hoping that's a typo, but it's 1,007. This is not an expensive trip on a cruise ship. These days, this is nothing, but they're complaining about it, saying that they feel that they've been a victim of overrated marketing, describing the boat as it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know what it takes to satisfy some people, but for $1,775, they were able to get a cabin on the Icon of the Seas that's doing 7-day sailings. Unless this was a 2-day sailing or a 3-day sailing, they don't say, but wow. I don't think it's a marketing thing. I've been on the ship. I think it's quite lovely, but they continue saying it's average looking, expensive, overpriced, and crowded. Also, they say the customer service is terrible and rude. You might be drawn in by their marketing videos, but their real life, there are way better options for your money. Well, I might agree that there might be better options for your money because right now the Icon is priced so high and you can get some better deals on other ships, even Oasis class ships. You can find much lower prices, but I wouldn't say that it's not worthwhile sailing on it for sure. Another passenger said it's a beautiful ship with lots of problems. We had a terrible experience when we asked customer service for help, it got worse. Our balcony suite had a serious noise issue at the sliding balcony door. They offered us earplugs and then to sleep in a separate room. So if they're in a suite, they had a bedroom and a living room area. Maybe the living room, the bedroom area sliding door was noisy, and they said to sleep on the sofa bed. Maybe, not sure what they were meaning by that. But then they said they were finally moved. Then when we asked for compensation, they got the runaround and were only offered a 10% off our next cruise, which was the last thing we wanted. We will never sail with Royal Caribbean again. One incident and you will never sail on a cruise ship again. And after all, it did get resolved by moving you to a different room. Remember, you're in a suite apparently. There's not a lot of suites. right? There's a lot more inside cabins and balcony cabins than there are suites. So I don't know. Is this a case of expecting a little too much, or a little bit hoity-toity, shall we say? A little it's all about me kind of thing? I don't know. But wow, it's just hilarious to me that something did get resolved from an issue. They probably were looking at the patio door, trying to fix it, and finally said, okay, we can't get it done, and then move them. Sounds like customer service was doing what they were doing, and the earplug thing was probably just, oh, by the way, here for now, and let's see if we can get this issue resolved. It's probably really what happened. And then we have another customer was so disappointed with their experience that they went as far as saying 7 days in jail would be better than the icon of the seas. Well, why? Why would first of all, obviously you've never been in jail. I used to volunteer at a local jail when I was younger, and trust me, it's a big difference from being on a cruise ship. So anybody who compares this to jail, think a little bit before you say something like that. I know it's hyperbole, but wow, no, it's not. But they were complaining because the captain of the ship had missed, not the cruise line, the captain of the ship had missed multiple stops on the tour because of a hurricane. It wasn't even close to us. And then they also went on to say the food was horrible. Okay, well, taste on food is very individual, right? I can like something, somebody else won't like it. It's a very individual thing that most people have. However, blaming the captain for staying away from a hurricane, I think the cruise line and the weather people that work for Royal Caribbean and the captain know a little more than I do when I'm on a cruise ship and I'm looking at news media of what area is affected by a hurricane. And I think they would be a little bit more knowledgeable than what I would think. So I don't believe that there was nowhere near us. What was were you in the Caribbean and it was over the coast of Los Angeles or over in Australia? Then I could say it's nowhere near you. But in reality, if it's anywhere in the Caribbean and heading in any direction towards you or where you're heading, the captain should be avoiding the rough seas at all time, whether or not you miss the ports. It's a shame, but it's hurricane season. We schedule our cruises during hurricane season. Sometimes we have to live with the consequences as well. But because of this, it was like being in jail. Being in jail. Can you imagine if jails were like the icon of the seas? I'd be robbing a bank tomorrow, folks. I'd be robbing a bank tomorrow. Well, let me know in the comments down below. Do you think these comments were, oh yeah, the icon is really bad, but those people are right? Or do you think, are these people just being really, really picky and really, really too all about me in this situation? Let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, I hope you liked this video. You did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.